cannot go on.
When does my watch?
I must try to
dead.
brigands lurking about.
What am I to do if my audience is tired of me?
I'm a man of leisure at heart.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
Quietude is a blessing. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest. My peers seem so much more.
My sword arm could use some work. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Winches on all sides.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
Sometimes I wonder.
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
Whatever could you want from me?
We've naught to discuss.
Is there aught you require?
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
My sword arm could use some work.
Mayhap I'll come here and have a day to myself.
Your equipment's coming.
I must try to.
I'm frightfully busy. No time.
Good day, sir.
I dare say you don't believe...
I do not believe we are acquainted.
But not at the expense of audio so right. Dull days for us are a sign of all.
I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
This place is very
Wait.
I'm just
My
grateful I
talents
get
are
to
not
lead
so
a
much
quiet
time.
life.
living life for its pleasures.
Arms to procure. No time to sleep. Wait for me.
As with coin.
You myself.
Good to see you, Master.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
Who might have the answers we need? Should we ask around?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for? There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by and should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate it.
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Come back any time.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your... While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Tell him. Vermont was once the Beastren Kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
I don't know what to do. What to do? What? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next...
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you felt any better? They're hard to find, aren't they? Well, if you...
Arms on
Arms! Arms for the poor!
Just leave me to my misery.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Might I propose we seek out new information?
I suppose 'tis so. I spend my days in quiet reflection.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice low.
Is there aught I can assist you with?
This is a place of prayer.
Follow me, if you would.
Watch over me. Deliver me from harm.
You are in need of healing. Allow me.
Wait right there.
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost. My talents lie in combining materials, and we may benefit from pursuing the information.
It's been a hard day.
I've made my bed. Now to lie in it.
It's been a hard day.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
This place...
Make it quick.
How about you?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
Good day to you.
We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept, and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that. Please, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Was I lacking? Where could perhaps you could try asking the other...
Malcolm? All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
We'd best report back. Vaults, eh? Let us inform Sir Kendrick of what we've learned. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurous trade.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought not lose sight of our guide.
I suppose 'tis so.
How are we to get through this door?
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream. Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own.
Must we run everywhere? You were an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Make this is more than I can bear. Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance. To recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I'm surrounded by winches on all sides.
Well, oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can
Good, you return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
'Tis locked, Arisen.
Be on the lookout for a likely-looking key.
Now to report to Captain Brandt. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? You do not possess it. I see. I had hoped you would return it to me ere long. If you've deposited it somewhere, might I trouble you to retrieve it and bring it back to me? Else, if you've lost it, mayhap it's been put up for sale at the scrap store. 'Tis a curious shop, where all manner of useless trinkets may be found. The townspeople sell all they find there. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Ah. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
Good evening, sir. I trust you... Fared all right on the roads, despite the hour. You know where to find me.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business, we might allow ourselves a moment's rest.
Right you are.
There is much we ought to tend to. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been... Mayhap it would be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Done at last. Perhaps a brief respite before we take on...
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup? Come back any time.
Off we trot.
It's obvious, isn't it?
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
Oh dear.
You!
Huh.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you fared any better? Oh, just look how it shines. Thank you ever so much. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. I don't even know what they look like, you know. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them, even just once. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne seemed pleased with our efforts. Mayhap we ought to pay her another visit sometime soon.
Oh, it's so shiny.
This isn't much to go on.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
The room's at your left.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest. Though the sun is...
You'll not believe.
Peruse at your leisure.
I find an eternal
This place is all dull. Can't complain, mate.
I find myself drawn to quiet spots.
Rowdy to look.
Would you mind coming over here?
Interested in my way?
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. It is said there is an illness spores can control. Backed beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by. Not that my... What shall I do today? I like to come here when I need a moment.
It is quiet about.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me! suggest you move along.
Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I only pray my watch finishes without it would all my days. My sword arm could use some work. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. Leave this place at once. You have no right to be here. Such quietude is a blessing. I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's possible.
Mindless labor is for
Head will grow
mindless
water.
I hear of course, the matter of attendance is, you see, it beggars, but for instance, if you...
All my days my duties
I have a great deal yet. Regentkin is but a title. Much is said of the Arisen, though I can...
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word! You mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
The townspeople depend on me.
All the others made it. Why's mine not so?
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
Oh, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. And from Batal, no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
It seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this Phases fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
Always another errand to see to.
So, we finally arrived.
Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money I owe you. I should have the remainder ready by our next meeting. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
It is of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge.
I can guide you to the place, Arisen, or thereabouts.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I'll have an early supper. Pray, follow me.
As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
Now there's a thought.
We've got goblins!
Cannot be too careful.
One of us is being drenched!
I cannot fall to prowess. I grant you roaring flame.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Your magics have faded and must be recast.
my protection. I'll hold the enemy in place. Splendid.
This is too much. Leave off. You learn much.
Considering the might of our combined experience, what other outcome could there have been?
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wishes. properly equipped for this situation. May have...
I shall finish this! For the Arisen!
One more push ought to bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. This foe is nigh unstoppable. We must do all we can to prevent it from reaching its temple.
Then we best spend it quickly, or else wait till its fury subsides. Quite a view from up here. This is how my axe scale.
Well said. No better time to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this. Am I the first to notice we've all got different vocations?
Our respective abilities are unique as well.
We must each of us hone our skills. While in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way.
I'd sooner not battle those with whom we have no quarrel. Yet if they mean us harm, we can but defend ourselves.
It is as you say.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. The paths to victory are many. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Unbelievable.
The on-path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
An exemplary performance.
Once more.
Hope you weren't expecting mercy.
All creatures who know death cling to life.
Let them run. We need not waste our strength.
I grant you roaring flame.
I am in your debt. Here you are. No.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
'Twould be a fine spot to rest, should we have need of one.
Aught fell from the beast that had breathed its last. Look there. I espy another statue.
What's that? We'll mark it in our minds as a place of interest.
Help! I'm in need of aid!
You'll not live to regret this!
Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we return.
If we must. Let us finish this quickly.
Understood. I shan't let them harm you.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. The day grows darker with our every step.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone. You're fond of picking things up, aren't you? A forgotten riftstone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Fancy a broken arm? Why, that's my speciality.
'Tis pleasantly cool here. What with a canopy overhead?
This maze of trees offers ample advantage.
Mayhap 'tis time you used your lantern, Master.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on? Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Understood. An astounding discovery. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant. Follow me, if you would. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
To recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, Master, but word of a curious village does more to spark my interest than deter it.
The villagers' stares are sharp as daggers. What is their intent, I wonder?
You say that, but I sense no hostility. Whatever's going on here, I don't think they mean us any harm.
Hail! I take it you're the outsider my lord mentioned. How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't tell you. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor atop the on-hill.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
I'm sure there's a...
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. You found me out far sooner than most. I trust you are enjoying your sojourn in our fair village. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained. For 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated for their potential aptitude. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof you were deemed a worthy candidate, which is to say, you have my approval as the Thiefmeister. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit, I should think. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants, you see, and your title tends to make you stand out among the rumors we collect. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont, and you've allied yourself with Captain Brandt against the Queen Regent. In response, she's... Oops.
I mustn't say another word. Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. I merely strive to maintain neutrality in political matters. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular power. Such is our village code. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty. Take it, and do with it what you will.
I'm not interested.
Oh, you've a sharp eye. Suppose I ought not to have underestimated you, Sir Arisen. You wonder how I know? For starters, it isn't just me. The entire village recognizes you for what you are, cuz. Naught mysterious about it. We've our sources, and that's all I'm saying. But don't worry yourself. I'm actually on your side, in a sense. Can't offer you any help, though. Village code and all that. Still, I suppose I could give you a bit of advice. If I were you, I'd try doing to someone else what I was just doing to you. Know what I mean? I've a hefty wager riding on you, cuz. Don't let me down, eh?
All that obscure advice only to depart with nary a word of explanation. Shall we try doing what she did to us, then?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in the village? Arthur. At least no one by that name lives here, sir. You would know of our village? As you can see, is there aught else I can help you with, sir? As you like, sir.
This is the inn. We've room to spare if you're looking to spend the night. Of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place.
I'm not.
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, I've lived in this village. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false Arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure you'll be able to use it to its fullest potential, but I'll show it to you. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, you were different. Knew I was right to bet in favor of the Arisen anyway. Most visitors get fooled into going up to the manor. We send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, good riddance. Anyone that complacent has got no business being a thief. We only train the rare few who make it here. Some might go so far as to say that the entire village was built around this spot. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next time, then.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while?
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that.
Each day is the same as the one afore it, I tell you.
Oof. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let's see. What can we do without?
It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
I only hope we encounter no foes ere we are safely through.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it? Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
My talents lie in combining materials.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
Another statue? Mayhap 'twill yield us sort of use.
Why don't we go take a look?
Tis from Cyclops! Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack.
I grant you roaring flame.
Avoided is a battle won, I suppose.
You have my protection.
You'll not live to regret this!
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
'Tis as you say.
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there?
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. from this side.
Perhaps.
What manner of madness is this?
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
Here we are.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces, and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I have no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
Thief Maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent. Shall we seek out the young man from the other day?
I must say, this doesn't sit well with me at all.
Good. Hoi, friend! Have any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, it was a revelation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be willed about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other, though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
It is as you say.
Whatever it is,
Why, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place.
Pray, follow me.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost... hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me.
Having the Arisen obtain a maester's...
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vern. You know where to find me. Well met, sir. Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospital. Much obliged.
This way, Master.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
We have reached our destination.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet ever since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray, bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
Figured I had to thank you somehow.
My head hurts just think. King about it.
What to do? Hoy, Arisen! Say, have you heard about the state of the river? Do you know the river close by the church? Well, it's come to be full of muck and filth and all sorts.
That's a problem for the church, as it draws from the river to make holy water. The water's so filthy that it's going to take twice the amount of gold ore to purify it. I was thinking you could help the priests by finding some gold ore. After all, it wouldn't be good for anyone if the church ran out of holy water.
I was hoping you'd say that. Thanks ever so much. I'll help too. I'll look for gold ore every place I can think of.
Now we seek gold ore.
Pray, take this. Heavens know you've earned it.
Just another way to say. Your own skin.
Someone would spare me this agony.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
I ought to ask around. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Take it easy today. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when... treated to the foremost hospitality in... You know where to find me. Certainly there is one. Days like this make me glad.
I'm feeling there's We have what we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient.
I only hope the recipient is pleased with our work.
Right you are.
Oi, Arisen! Have you found any gold ore yet? Wow! This'll be plenty, I reckon. Thank you ever so much. Listen, I was talking to the priests, and apparently our troubles aren't over yet. Would you be willing to lend us a hand again, Arisen? Just one more time. Thanks. So, remember how I told you about the river by the church getting all mucky? Well, the grown-ups are saying it's gotten worse. Now lots of people who live nearby are falling sick. The priests have been treating everyone as best they can, but there's nowhere near enough medicine to go round. I want to help them, but I'm not sure what I can do. Apart from ask you, that is. Would you bring us some more medicine, Arisen? Oh, thanks, Arisen. I'll talk to the priests in the meantime, see if there's anything useful I can do.
Now we've need of medicine. We can purchase it at shops, or make some ourselves by combining the ingredients.
Hoi, Arisen! Have you brought any medicine with you? Now that's just splendid! Oh, thank you, Arisen. This should be plenty. I'll take it to the church straight away.
'Tis a goodly deed we've done, aiding the sick. I only hope our efforts go a ways toward improving life in the slums.
I suppose 'tis so.
I know just the person we need, and where we must go to meet them. If you would be so kind as to follow me. I shall take you to the one you seek. Here we are.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camping, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours for a full week at no charge. What a steal.
You have my support.
I have no issue falling asleep.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.